Curtis DIYer.
DIYers. I might have to take back what I said in the other stream. Not the part about J. Cole and his right to be able to make art, and obviously, you know, us being so hyper focused on things that he was going to say after the apology, after the battle. He has every right to put out amazing art and for us to focus on the art. However, the way that he is tiptoeing around these narratives and still low key kind of like pumping his chest out there, it's confusing to me.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell
If you did not hear the news, on his 41st birthday, happy 41st birthday, J. Cole, he released a mixtape hosted by DJ Clue called The Birthday Blizzard 26. And every single beat is a beat that Diddy rapped on. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about. I don't want to connect no dots. But every single beat is a bad boy beat. Interesting timing. The Bronx Zoo freestyle, Golden Goose freestyle, Winter Storm freestyle, 99 Build freestyle. I haven't heard any of this, but I'm going to listen to it after this stream with my Patreon audience. We're going to listen to this on Patreon so I can say what I really want to say without having my video taken down. With that said, though, there is some questionable lyrics because, you know, J. Cole's a rapper. Some people have issues with him after the apology saying things like, I'm the best. I don't have a problem with that. There's a lot of rappers that say a lot of shit every single day. I don't take it literally. There are rappers who never in their life have any desire to do anything lyrically that say, I'm the best rapper that ever existed. I don't believe none of that shit. I just feel like it's like saying, I can't wait for Santa Claus to get, what he gonna get me this year? But here's one of the parts that really have people talking. We got a few of these lyrics highlighted. And this made me not want to go listen to the project in a rush. To be honest with you. It says J. Cole speaks on his apology to Kendrick Lamar in a new freestyle from Birthday Blizzard 26. He says, I used to be top. See? The apology dropped me way out of the top 3. No problem. I'm probably my best when they doubt me. He said, I used to be top. See, the apology dropped me way out of the top 3. No problem. I'm probably my best when they doubt me. I understand the line, but it's something confusing about the narrative of being the underdog when it was his decision to apologize. It goes on to say, the top ain't really what I thought it would be, so I jumped off and landed back at the bottom and restarted at a level where I wasn't regarded as much, just to climb past them again and tell them all to keep up. J. Cole confused, brother. You can't confuse me about that. J. Cole's confused. How in the hell? I thought the purpose of his apology, if I'm not being obtuse, I thought the purpose of his apology was how much peace he's now in a different place in his life and how much he doesn't even be concerned about that kind of shit because he's at a different part of his career. He didn't want to see the bloodshed. He didn't want to see these things get promoted. But when you say something like that, that sounds like you revving back up for some more confrontation. And it kind of sounds like, Your Uncle Rico. Remember Napoleon Dynamite? Your Uncle Rico. I could throw a ball clear across that mountain. Oh, if I would have went pro, I would have. It sounds weird. That sounds weird to y'all, no? No? I would love to know what y'all think of that. Continuing on, though. This one was interesting because it started to paint another narrative. So he says, if hip-hop is back, JID should chart platinum. Anything less than that, it means y'all capping. Now, you know the audience got on side there. They got on their homeworks. They did their research. And I guess a lot of people felt like it was kind of a flip of this popular Kendrick line. I know everything ain't about the battle, but this is something that's worth mentioning. Critics want to mention what they missed when hip hop was rap, and mother effer, if you did, then Killer Mike could be platinum. Okay. All that said, I thought this was really interesting. So after he get in there, he barring up, according to these articles, he's barring up and he's doing all of these stuff he's saying. J. Cole then says, the rap game been overcome with loads of marketing plans based on randomly dissing and hating on the next man. You notice the trend. Drama enhances the attention brought to the fans. So you want to hop on a bandwagon of battle rapping. I had my chance but dropped it, which means my only option is to do the opposite, lead with the skill. Okay, see, okay. He barred up. However, he's doing the thing that he's criticizing. Yes, some people said that this was a Joey Badass shot because of his Joey Badass representing New York against all the West Coast rappers. But you're literally doing the thing by talking about battling, even if it's not something directly. You're literally talking about things that are going to put this in the top of the headlines, brother. That's this is literally gonna put shit in the headlines referring to other possible beefs. I don't know how this reads anything else except for confusing or just trolling the people. Because, hey, this is the fall off. I'm out of here. But this is weird. You notice a trend. Drama enhances the attention. So the same way he was just talking about dropping from top 3, but like I could climb back up and none of them can stop me and I can pass them all up. Okay. Brother. Hey, do me a favor. Hey, yo, DIYer, if you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this video and this channel get discovered by new people. I appreciate you. Now back to the video. As if that wasn't confusing enough, DJ Clue, the legendary DJ Clue, is here on an interview with Power 105.1, where he says he feels like people need to stop focusing on the alleged disses on the tape. I'm gonna let him cook. This is the legend. You gotta listen to the OGs.
People wanting to turn into beef, and like I seen the narrative. Someone say, "Oh, yo, you know, Cole is dissing this person. Like, where are they making this up from? Like, who? Like, he didn't say nobody's name. So how? Like, who is he? Like, why is he dissing somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. But I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people need to listen to the music and enjoy the music and stop trying to nitpick and see who's talking about who. Like, you listen for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
OG, but why he say that? Why he say, you notice the trend, drama enhances the attention brought to the fans, so you want to why he say the top ain't really what I thought it would be, so I jumped off, landed back at the bottom, and restarted at a level where I wasn't regarded as much, just to climb past him again and tell them all to keep up. Why he say that then? Why he say that? Because that's going that if the focus is the bars, if the focus is not DJ Clueless, you leave a legend alone. You leave him alone. As funny as that is, you can't do that with the legends. Leave the legends alone. What the fuck? This shit feel like it feel like a prank. It feel like Ashton Kutcher finna jump his tall ass out the side of a building like, oh, got y'all all. Ain't no fall off coming. What the fuck is this? But I mean, he does make a point that was echoed in this interview that I had with IDK. IDK obviously is dealing with this himself. Wow, that is a terrible angle of Curtis King. Let's fix that. IDK, that doesn't make it any better. IDK was in this interview and I asked him about a Pusha T verse that he just got on his new project or his new mixtape. He got a Pusha T verse and he did the same thing to Pusha T. We're going to go back to the story, but I wanted to go ahead and get this point out there. I said, man, like, how does it feel when you got a Pusha T verse that you should be proud of? You, of course, you proud of as an independent artist, but all the blogs is taking it and saying, I think he talking about Jim Jones. He see right here, he talking about Drake. Like 40% Drake, but then like 20% Jim Jones and 10% Kendrick, I think. Like, how does it feel to be an artist that gets involved in that and you don't be dissing people? Here's what he said. I'm more so concerned this post-2024 rap battle world. Fans are treating lyrics like evidence now. You can't get away with saying anything without somebody saying, well, who that's about. How do you personally feel about that shift now that it seems like lyrics are under a different scope nowadays?
The fans are becoming the feds. That's
damn. He calling y'all the feds. Why y'all over here telling? Well, y'all doing that fair work? Y'all doing that fair work? Got a wire on you? Got a wire on you? What the hell?
Man, got a nice ring to it.
I ain't gonna hold you. There's a part of me sometimes that like as a lyricist, as a fan of lyricism, man, it's so amazing to see people this invested in what is being said in the actual music. But I'd be lying if I didn't say some of that shit comes with pros and cons. Because what I didn't really realize is that a lot of people who are breaking this shit down, them niggas can't read. I said they can't read. They can't read. They still use their finger for every single letter. Why you spelling out silent letters? They can't read, but they breaking down lyrics. I mean, I guess that's an entryway. I guess it has to start somewhere, but these niggas can't read. And when you can't read, you know what you also do? You read too deeply into things that don't even actually exist. Why? Because you made this shit up in your head. Fucking fan fiction writers. But one thing that seems to be a little bit hard to deny these days is that a lot of people are feeling like in the midst of those freestyles, J. Cole dissed Drake. What an important Antonio is this shit you're talking to me about? Goes on to say this on Hot New Hip Hop. Of course, most suspect that he is and are sounding off about who exactly they believe he's targeting. What the hell is that sentence? Many, for example, theorize that he dissed Drake on Golden Goose freestyle. If the streams say you winning, why your tours is losing? When the math ain't mathing, of course you're juicing. That mean the bots is boosting. Cut the tough guy image. It's not conducive. Oh, that nigga talking about Drake for sure. He talking about Ivory. To breathe and don't gamble with your life cause the ops is cruising. Word to Mike Vick, your dog might get shot for losing. Jesus. Come on, man. Other people think he's responding to Joey Badass on 99 Build Freestyle. Joey called him out for backing out the beef with Kendrick Lamar in a song last January. Raise from the flow, radiate the glow, melting snow on this frozen tundra, known as the rap game that's been overcome with loads of marketing plans based on randomly dissing and hating on the next man Cole spits. Hey, let's put a pin in that one. Let's go back to this one though. This Drake one is really, really interesting because one narrative that people have not been talking about, Cole apologized to Kendrick. He said some very like, hey, you my guy type shit in the Port Antonio, but he ain't ever said he ain't wanted with Drake.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth.
He ain't never said like, hey, hold on, we friends and shit. But if we get on this NBA 2K, I'll whoop your ass. Like, but if we really, like, brother, if we really break this down, you my friend. We go back way back. But if we got to lyrically spar, you know I do it to you, right? You know I do that to you, right? I just think that that's something worth having a conversation about. Well, boy, oh boy, did this create some issues. From an individual I hope that we'd never have to cover again, but damn it, his takes be so loud and stupid sometimes. It's just like you gotta watch the train wreck sometimes. At 5 a.m., this got loaded up. I don't even know why. This gotta be West Coast time. At 8 a.m. East Coast time, I'm hoping. Maul explains why J. Cole owes fans and Drake an explanation. I'm assuming for those lines he just had. Peep this out.
On this album, he better address why he did what he did.
Okay.
He better address why he did what he did.
Did a bit on Port. Even if you disagree with what he said.
Why you talking with his hands so much? That nigga angry. That nigga sassy.
Did.
On this album, he better explain why he did what he did. He better explain why he had that conversation with Kendrick.
Okay.
And then never spoke to Drake after that again in his life.
Okay, I guess this was a weird way of exposing some news. J. Cole had a conversation privately with Kendrick. And after that, he stopped talking to Drake. What'd he say? No. Forget the explanation. What'd he find out? Did he find out the same thing that Kendrick was trying to warn LeBron and Kyrie about? Keep the family away. Kyrie, keep the family away. What'd he find out? I'm more interested in that information. And why are you so angry about it? Something tells me there's some YSL leaking all through this. No, not the label, not the cologne. It is some yellow sassy leakage. That's exactly what I'm gonna call it. Yellow sassy leakage. Yellow sassy life. Let me let him finish. I think I know where this came from. This shit sound real Barrett in the back of your head. Sassy. I know where this came from.
He has to explain that.
I'm with you.
He has to explain that. That's nasty. I fuck with Cole. Cole can rap his ass off. Put it in bars on why you did what you did to Drake, bro. Don't give me all of it.
Why he mad like it's him? Did Cole do something to you? He going to bat for that high yellow.
This young Simba and this nigga and that. No. Tell the world why you had that conversation with Kendrick before that whole back and forth with him and Drake, and why you came off that tour with Drake, and after Drake gave you your first #1, and then you never spoke to Drake again.
Okay.
He said like it was his marketing dollars that went down and paid for it. Why he so angry? Him so riled up. Why you so riled up?
Current day, today, till this day, has never spoke to Drake again.
Now,
tell the world why you did that.
Am I
Okay.
I'm like, yo,
okay.
Am I gonna clip this? Can I?
How would you know that? How would a man like this know that? It'd have to be because somebody gave him a very angry Canadian phone call.
Look, it's not new year, new me. Drop that attitude. It's new year, better me.
It had to be. Shout out to Crumble Bastard for this video. It had to be him. I have no doubt about it. It was him.
And
this
okay.
I need to know why he did that. Fuck it.
Is this gonna stay in this episode?
D.A. Cole, you
Hell
ain't
yeah,
even got to.
stay in the episode.
Look, I'm like this. Cole, you ain't even got to DM. You ain't even got to rap it. DM me, nigga.
DM you? DM me? You ain't even involved. How's he involved? Why Cole got to DM him about what happened between him and 2 other men? Oh, brother, that parasocial. Somebody said it. That's classic parasocial, huh?
DM, message me, tell me why. What did you hear on that phone call with Sir Kendrick Lamar that made you never talk to Drake again?
Okay. And
because that's nasty. That man had you on tour. He put millions of dollars in your pocket, gave you your first #1 song.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Stop with this. Stop talking about like Cole is like some little nigga. Like,
I give her props for standing up because that don't make no sense. Like, you talk about Cole as if, like, why do she about to go in defense? But why do people act like artists didn't have no career before Drake? Why they act like they didn't know how to unzip their pants and piss before Drake was like, I'll show you. Ain't know how to tie a tie before Drake was like, I'll show you. Ain't know how to crack an egg before he was like, no. 2 hands, side of the counter, side of the pot. Then you put it in. There's a lot of debris that get in there from the shells. Why do they act like he invented air? Like as if these folks had no existence, no success. Say what you want about Cole, but Cole has had a fantastic fucking career. He has had a 1 percentile type of career. And he made a crazy decision to apologize during that. But let's not get it twisted. Like, he just handing out charity to people. Cole ain't just know anybody.
Drake gave you all
Ain't
this
nobody
charity.
talking about like you're a little nigga. It's a fact. I don't care what you talking about, Damaris. That's a fact. He put millions.
I never trust when men get this sassy with women.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna
I never get it because them be the dudes you gotta whoop their ass. If that's your homie, you gotta whoop his ass because he like, I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to, but I am not your lady, and you shouldn't be talking to your lady like that neither. Them the kind of niggas I be like, what you turning up on her for? About Drake? Nigga, not about Drake. Come on.
And he was just on tour with him.
Okay, you don't.
And then gave him his first #1.
Do you
and
think
then never
that Drake
spoke to him?
that Cole needs Drake to put millions of
I
dollars
don't say
in his
he
pocket?
needed anything. I'm talking about what he did.
Okay,
he said
cool.
on port, Drake,
What
you
he
did a lot
did.
for me. Like,
Okay,
he
that's
did.
What are you talking like? You still trying to defend that nasty shit? That was nasty.
I'm not defending no nasty
First of all,
shit.
we don't know
I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I don't know.
we don't know what you're talking about.
But you speaking like, oh, don't talk like.
No.
That's what he did.
Because Drake texted me today and told me about a bunch of shit I can't confirm. Even though I might have said too much. Drake texted me. Nobody else. No group chat. He texted me about the nasty shit that Cole did. You nasty for that. And I believe every word Drake says, even though he's in court right now for a bunch of bunch of shit. But to forget all that, I know his trust is in question. So what? That's my friend.
I was referring to is when you're talking about one of the greatest rappers of our generation and you're sitting up here saying, he did this for you, this for you,
He
this
did.
I'm talking about,
did.
okay,
That's a
which
fact.
is fine,
These are facts.
but the way you worded it,
I'm
the
talking
way
facts. I don't care about how you take on what I'm wording.
that's fine,
That's a
that's
fact.
fine, and I'm just reiterating.
If you take me on tour right now and I got millions.
If you rewound this this whole life back to what, 2006, and you told me that men would be louder about their defense of Drake than women, I say you out your mind.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
But he's not an uncommon avatar. He's not he to me is like one of the lifted avatars of OVO fandom. I think Fat Joe's another one of those like elevated fandom. At least Fat Joe don't get like this. This shit right here is so odd to me. To get this, like, because I really do feel like that theory that I shared with y'all last time, I think they get emotionally invested in these arguments in defense of Drake because they're not defending Drake no more. They're defending their own narcissism. They defending their own ego. You attacking him to them means you're attacking me because I relate to all that shit, all that toxic shit, all of that shit talking. I relate to, I am that. Or I aspire to be that. And the person that I look up to ain't shit, then you saying I ain't shit. That's parasocial 101. Y'all, whoever said that, you called it.
Already. And you still put millions in my pocket and I never speak to you again? That's crazy.
Nobody bought tickets for Cole. It was all Drake. They all bought tickets for Drake. It was nobody bought tickets
that
for
has
Cole.
nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Yeah, you guys are arguing like that.
That has nothing to do with he took the man on tour with him.
Okay.
Imagine going to your doctor after this and being like, oh, I'm noticing your blood pressure is raised. What happened? Something happened before this? Just frustrated about what they were saying about Drakey Boo.
You my man. Yo, come on. Let's go. Let's get this bag together. He did that. Let's bust this bag down together. Come on, we out. We just got this #1 song. Let's go. And then you never speak to me again? That's crazy, bro. That's insane. I don't care what nobody. That is crazy.
And I don't even want to finish this, but my thing, because he later apologizes to her and says, I'm sorry for turning up, because he had to see how ridiculous that was. But I wonder if once he's challenged Drake. I wonder if once he just challenged him, like, everybody moving away from you. What about you? I don't expect it. This is, oh boy.
So to go against your point prior, I would love to hear Drake's perspective of that on Iceman as well.
I would too.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's Cole's to talk about it because he's the one that did what he did. Drake don't know why he did that.
So now he's talking for Drake. Okay, I think I'm done here. Oh man, I will say there is one point that I slightly agree with Maul. Please don't stone me to death because I would if I was you. I do feel like part of the confusion that the listeners are getting, that I am getting, is how vague a lot of these storylines are that are being in the lyrics. I feel like if this is the fall off and this is indeed your retirement album, and I kind of feel like I have a really good feeling that exists, you got to say names. You got to say names. You got to make it known. The same way people were kind of like, was it getting at Kanye on the one False Prophet song? Like, you got to say names. Because if you want to be able to have people judge your legacy or judge your art based upon the merit of its own art, you got to be direct. The indirect shit, I think, is causing more chaos amongst people. And perhaps he wants that. Perhaps he is of the tier or of the ideology that if they're talking about it, that's a good thing. But you got to say names today. Like, you can't even be a regular citizen these days and not say names. You can't even be on social media and not say names. Nigga, who's you talking about? Is you with us or is you not? Like, that's the time period we're living in. And I feel like he's going to get to that because I'm sure he's ready to move on. But who does he look at as a blueprint? Who do you look at as a blueprint of somebody who apologized in hip hop and then built or rebranded afterwards? I'm not saying I got all the answers, but I fucking don't know how. This is not the way. I'll tell you that right now. I don't have the answers for that one. But you let me know. If you were in charge of J. Cole's team and PR and marketing, leave that below in the comments, because who the hell knows? Maybe that might get to somebody. How would you handle that? How would you handle that? Would you have put this mixtape out? Would you have made the storylines completely opposite of anything dealing with battle rap? Or would you have them just talking shit and start calling out names? Let me know down below in the comments, because I am genuinely curious how you would moonwalk out of this one. DIYers, those are my thoughts. You let me know what you thinking. Maul is crazy, bro.
DIY.
Tear in your eye.